If my Xbox decides to pull that crap again where I can't sign into Xbox Live, well, I might just fry it. Hello there everybody, this is CwapTheNintendin here, and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic 06. So last time, we got the 3 trials, so we got our 3 sacred treasures, and now we gotta take down Hades. In the form of Kingdom Valley or whatever. That's the next stage. Yeah. It's the next stage, so what? We had those missions where we had to do the things, the 3 trials or whatever. So now we can move on to this next level.
You look like you're in a hurry.
So, what's going on?
Circumstances have changed. I need to rescue the princess.
Silver, we don't have time. Let's get to Elise right away.
Alright, so Silver seems to have a change of heart suddenly. And Sonic's oh so forgiving and being all like, hey, it's cool, help me out. Whatever. Kingdom Valley, next level, yay. Because I spoiled it. Anyway, you do have an option of going over here to these grind rails. Or you can just, you know, walk the usual way. Yeah, just walk the usual way, not run the usual way, because that's all Sonic does is walk. Fun fact about this level is actually the first one ever shown, apparently. Or at least the first one ever seen playable to the public or whatever. I don't know, it was on the demo. Yeah, it was on the demo that we got to experience the first part of Kingdom Valley. And yes, I said first part of Kingdom Valley. Kingdom Valley has 4 parts. Kill me. Whatever the case. We got a light dash over here to get to this rope, and we gotta spring our way over here. And then I use this little bit of an old trick to get to the rainbow ring so we can take alternate paths. Yeah, this first section of Kingdom Valley has plenty of alternate paths in order for you to take in order to get to the goal of this first section. And again, very neat that they decided to do that. It's just a shame that the game controls like butt. Well, compared to all the other Sonic games, but yeah, I can withstand this control, people. I can withstand. I'm just taking the shortest route possible because if you think this is the end of the level, look at the video time. Yeah, we got that long to go, and I'm gonna risk it. Actually, no, I better not risk it. Better take the Eagle of Freedom for safety. Wee! Eagle of Freedom! Take me away to safety. And now, we drop here. Thank you, Mr. Eagle. You are
I'll go on ahead.
helpful, apparently. So now we get to play as the one and only It's No Use himself, Silver. Now, of course, if I'm gonna talk about Silver, I'm gonna talk about it during his own playthrough. I rather not. I'd rather not talk about how Silver functions over here. Simply because, well, for one thing, his section is not really that long. And plus, the game will explain to you. Oh, and just so you know, right trigger is your friend because you can pick up objects that way. I'll go into more Silver type things when we get to his playthrough. And trust me, when we get to his playthrough, this level's gonna be long for him. Yeah. So just expect it, okay? Yeah. Anyway, you kill those 2 enemies right there, and you get this thing. Indeed. Indeed, Silver, indeed. But as you can clearly see, Silver is not a very fast character. In fact, you could say he has quite possibly one of the worst running speeds out of any character. Not like any of these characters are fast. Okay. Yeah. Not like any of these characters are fast or anything. No, they're not. They are kind of sort of slow for Sonic standards. Yeah. But also another thing to note. Right trigger this thing, and you'll do that. But normally for this section you have to jump over there and you have to fight some enemies. Nope. You can just hover your way over here like this. And bada bing. You're right there. Yep. I use shortcuts because I love cheating. You know, this is being recorded on April Fool's Day. Well, I probably would have said, if this was going up on April 1st, this would have been like, I would have been all like, hey guys, welcome back to this amazing game called Sonic 06, as well as Sonic Genesis 2. I was wrong about that game. That game is absolutely amazing, and it's the greatest port of our time. It's a shame. April Fool's Day is like that one day of the year where you can't trust anything on the internet. So anyway, this little bit of section right here has to deal with the wind thingy-mabobs, or the wind rails, or whatever the heck you want to call them. And I'm trying to get to that rainbow ring, but I can't because the game doesn't allow me. Yeah. It's a good thing I can homing attack onto rails now. It's actually a rather decent ability that I apparently have as Sonic.
Piece of cake. No sweat.
Anyway, let's go over here. And of course, we gotta beat down more enemies. And of course, with those robots that shoot out the missiles, I freaking hate those. I don't know why, but I always seem to... Well, almost always. I almost seem to always get hit by them for whatever reason. And I don't know why. And oh yeah, it's this part. You have to go onto ropes and such. If only I know which one to... Yeah, there we go. There we go, camera. You're not doing your job. You're not doing your job, camera. You suck, camera. And I think you actually have to bounce on them in order to gain height. Which apparently you do. Now here's something that can be a conundrum right here. I probably didn't make mention of this. But, aw, dang it, I missed the silver medal. Not like I care, of course. But the light dash and the bounce attack are both mapped to the X button, which can get really confusing. Especially if you're trying to do like a bounce attack or... Well, no, if you're trying to do a light dash, then the bounce attack could accidentally be activated, even if you didn't want it to. Which, we're coming up into one particular one where the bounce attack could potentially screw you over. And watch, it will do it. It will screw me over, and wow. The enemy got stunned by that robot ball thing got stunned by itself. Yeah, that can actually happen to those enemies that I just killed, which is sometimes they roll and they get stunned for whatever reason. As you can clearly see by the electricity, you can clearly see that they can get stunned. And I think there's actually a little bit of a thing. Yeah, 5 rings. I was thinking of a 1-up actually, but anyway, this is the part that can kind of sort of screw you over. So you're trying to do a light dash right there, and you're not close enough to the trail of rings. That way, you'll accidentally bounce attack. So then you'll fall off and die, and you have to start over. And why is the bounce attack and the light dash mapped to the same button? Don't ask me, ask the game. But of course you know you can't do that. The game isn't alive. It's just an object used for entertainment. Entertainment my butt. Like, this game caused any sort of Sonic fan any sort of entertainment whatsoever. Maybe in the music department, but that's not the point. And speaking of which, the music is great here. Particularly to this next section that we're coming up to. I freaking love the music in this next section right here, and I obviously don't care about it at this point. And why am I not using my red gem, by the way? Yeah, I could just freaking slow down time at will. Why am I not using the gems to greater effect? And I kind of want to do so because I want to kill all these enemies even though we don't have to. We could just move onward to the next section. And I freaking homing attacks right there. Okay. That's great. Yeah, that's a bit of a thing. Silver will say that if you stay here long enough, so... Interesting, I guess? I don't know. Mach Speed section, go! And beautiful music, go. Now I'm really gonna have to concentrate here if I want that S rank. Which, this Mach Speed section, I would consider it like... I don't know, maybe 3rd place in the Mach Speed sections. Of course, Radical Train will always be at the bottom, but hey, I'm at least good enough at this Mach Speed section to know what's coming up. Yeah. So once again, pro tip, the Light Dash could be your friend, and I freaking get hit, of course, thereby making me lose that rain bonus. And of course, this music is beautiful, nonetheless. I also freaking like the look of this Mach Speed section, too. How you're just running up on the waterfalls and such. Seems pretty cool. Either way, we're coming up at the end of this really, really long level. Yeah, look at how much time we have on our timer clock thing or whatever. We've wasted nearly 9.5 minutes on this one level alone, and that's not really even enough for an S rank. I guess they kind of sort of expected you to make use of the gems here. But I don't know, maybe they wanted to make you freaking use the gems or the shortcuts that I mentioned before. Heh, whatever.
Huh? The engines are malfunctioning. And what's this? Stop all engines, now! Why is this happening? No! We're about to crash!
Elise!
No, I think you mean Eggman! No! Damn it, Eggman's dead.
Wait. There's still a way to change this. If we return to an earlier point in time, we'll be able to save her.
I understand.
Chaos Control!
Silver! I can handle this myself. Besides, you got somewhere to go, right? You! I'll make sure to change Elisa's fate. And that, in turn, should change your future, too. Thank you, Silver.
Yeah. Just save her.
By the way, who's the cat? Okay, yay. Well, with all that dribble done, we're here, back in the thingamabob or whatever.
Soleanna's lab is underneath the castle. But after the Duke's death, it has been shut. If you can find one of the former researchers, they may be able to guide you.
Or I can just freaking explain how to open up Eggman's secret base. So, if you go over here, you'll notice a thing flashing on the map. That's a bell right there. You gotta homing attack it to ring it. Yeah, apparently the security system on the old secret base of Dr. Eggman operates on bells, apparently. Yeah. So, yeah, we gotta freaking go over to all the bells of Soleanna and ring them so we can have entrance to Eggman's secret base. And there's number 2, and number 3 is over there, as you clearly explained by the tower. Yeah. But, regardless of that, as soon as you clear Kingdom Valley, the rest of Sonic's upgrades will be available to you. And I'm not sure if I have the sufficient amount of rings around. So you probably know what that means next part. Yep, a lot of cutting out, or if I decide not to. Yeah. So anyway, now we actually have access to... Wait, how much money do we have? Oh yeah, we got over 30,000 of those things. Jeez. I think we have enough for at least 3 of these. Maybe? I want to get at least a Sky Gem. So let's see. That, and that. Oh, crap. Well, looks like the Purple Gem is going to be shown in the bonus episode. Oh, God. Well, I wasn't planning that because, like, I freaking wanted to use the thing in order to do the thing, but I can't because the thing requires that I have at least 14,000 rings, and they really expect you to, like, freaking work for that thing. Whatever. I can at least show off the gems that we have. So, the white gem that we got for 8,000 rings will allow us to stay in the air while homing attacking. It does have a little bit of a different animation and stuff, and yeah, I really don't know what it's used for. It's probably the most useless gem out of all of them, but it's just there. The yellow gem that we got for whatever amount of ring for 12,000 rings allows us to create an electric shield. Of course, it doesn't protect you out of all bloody things, of course not. But it does act like the magnetic barrier in the classic Sonic games, where it will draw on rings to you, so that's pretty decent. And now for the best gem in the game, the Sky Gem, or the Sky Blue Gem. So, you hold down the R trigger, and you go into first person view. And you see that little charge up sound it makes? Well, that's how long you can throw it. Well, if you throw it, check this out. A gem will be launched and... whee! We can be a spider hedgehog! And just freaking... Like freaking do Spider-Man. You can also throw it while in the air, too. This is probably the most fun gem to me. Well, it's simply because, well, it's so amusing to go over, like, all the hub worlds and shit, going all like, hey, look at me, I can go over the freaking hub world like this. Like that. This is so much fun. And you know what? Just another thing before we end things off. You see that little meter that's been full all this time while we've been playing as Sonic? Well, we know from the Elite stages that... whee! We know from the Elite stages that's used to create the shield or whatever the heck. Well, guess what? Apparently, according to the game's manual, these gems are technically supposed to be using up the power meter that's on the bottom right of the screen. Well, luckily, it wasn't programmed that way for Sonic. So, we could literally use these gems infinitely. Yeah, we can use these gems for as long as we freaking please. And, I'm not gonna lie, that is actually a pretty cool mistake that they did. No, I'm not joking. This is actually a pretty cool mistake because these gems are actually really, really amusing to use. Especially the Sky Gem. Oh my god, the Sky Gem is so cool to use. I don't know why. Something about, like, these little programming quirks that kind of makes Sonic 06 a guilty pleasure of mine. I have no idea why, but it just is. It just is to me. Yeah. So anyway, unfortunately, we don't have enough rings to show off the purple gem. So you know what? The next part is going to be town missions. Oh boy. And I'll probably talk throughout the majority of them because I don't want to have to do all that editing and crap, man. I just don't. Yeah, whatever. See you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.